Hello students, today we are going to solve the exercises that you have as homework about sequences. As I saw, you had a lot of problems for finding the nth term of a sequence, so I want to solve these ones with you. The question is find the nth term and then the 43rd term in each of the given sequences. Let's take in order. The first one is the sequence 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. To find the rule for this one, I give you two ways. Let's solve with the first way by using the relation between the number of the term and the difference between each term. So, position to term rule. So the first term is 3. The second term, let's say the number of term and the sequence or the term here, value of term. 1 is 3, 2 is 5, the third one is 7, the fourth one is 9, and it will continue like this. Now, what is the relation between them? So the difference between each term here is 2, so it is a multiple of 2, we can say. 1, 2, 3 is 2, then 3, 4, and so on. So if I write 2 times 1 plus 1, I will have 3. If I write 2 times 2 plus 1, I will have 5. Okay, so this one is the multiple of 2 times n plus 1. If I have 3 times 2 plus 1, I will have 7. 4 times 2 plus 1, I will have 7. So for the, I will have 9. So for the nth term, okay, for n, I will have 2 times n plus 1. So 2 times the number of the term plus 1 will be the rule for the sequence. To find the 43rd term, it means when n is equal to 43, I will have 2 times 43 plus 1, 86 plus 1, which is 87. So the 43rd term will be 87. In the same way, let's continue with the second. In the second one, there are given the numbers 207, 205, 203, 201, and so on. So the first term is 207, the second term is 205, the third term is 203, the fourth term is 201, and I have to find what is the nth term. Again, the difference between each term here is minus 2. Okay, minus 2, which means I will have the multiples of minus 2. So here I will have minus 2n. But what is this number which will give me 207 when I have minus 2n? Okay, so from 207 to 205, so it will be so which number minus 2n will give me 207 when n is 1? Okay, when n is 1, I will have minus 2 times 1, which is minus 2. So which number minus 2 will give me 207? It will be 209. So 209 minus 2 is 207. So we can write as a rule, and then we'll check if it is right. So 209 minus 2n. Let's try for 2. If n is equal to 2, 209 minus 2 times 2, 209 minus 4 is 205. So it is right. If n is 3, 2 times 3 will be 6. 209 minus 6 is 203. If n is 4, it will be 2 times 4, 8. 209 minus 8 will be 201. So this rule is right. Again, to find the rule, you have to look for the distance between each term. It means the number will be the multiple of that number. This one is in regress. If you see, it is decreasing. That's why I've taken as minus 2n. And then you will find which number will give you, when you substitute 1, the first term. And then you will find the rule. So, the next one is 7, 10. So let's continue with the third. It is 7, 10, 13, 16, and it will continue in this way. So the first term is 7, the second term is 10, the third term is 13, the fourth term is 16. The difference between each of them is plus 3. So to find the nth term, I have to get a multiple of 3, since the difference is plus 3. So I'm sure that I will have 3n. So 3n plus what will give me 7 when I have n1. So 3 times 1 is 3, sorry. So 3 plus what will give me 7? It is 3 plus 4. So let's write 4 plus 3n. Let's try for the second one. If n is 2, if it is right, we are checking now. If n is 2, 3 times 2 is equal to 6, plus 4, it is 10. If n is 3, 9 plus 4 is 13. If n is 4, 12 plus 4 is 16. So this rule is right. If we have to find the 43rd term, it will mean 4 plus 3 times 43, 4 plus 129, which is 133. So the 43rd term will be this one, 133. In the same way, you can continue with 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so you have to be careful if it is increasing or decreasing. And this one will be the multiple of that number of the difference. And then you will find according to the first term. Find the nth term for the multiples of 19 is question 8. Find the nth term for multiples of 19. So if you are talking about multiples of 19, it means you are multiplying with 19. So the first multiple of 19 is 19. The second one is 38. It means 2 times 19, and so on. So the first term, the second term. Since the difference is 19, it will be 19n. Okay, so the multiples of 19 are 19n, 19 times n. At question 9, you had to write some arithmetic sequences of your own, so you have to choose it by yourself. At question 10, you have to write down the first 5 terms of the sequence, which is given the nth term, 7n plus 3. So at question 10, it is given the sequence, so an, we can denote it by an, is equal to 7n plus 3. You have to find the first 5 terms. It means if n is equal to 1, what is a1? You have to substitute 1 in place of n. 7 times 1 plus 3, which is 10. If n is equal to 2, then a2 is equal to 7 times 2 plus 3, 14 plus 3, 17. If n is equal to 3, we have a3, which is 7 times 3 plus 3, so 21 plus 3, 24. If you see the difference between them is 7, that's why I have the multiples of 7. N is equal to 4, a4 is equal to 7 times 4 plus 3, 28 plus 3 is 31, and n is equal to 5, it means a5 is equal to 7 times 5 plus 3, 35 plus 3, 38. So these ones will be the first 5 terms of these sequences. Again, the difference, if you check, is 7. That's why I have 7n. Then to get the first term, I have to add the 7 and 3. In the same way, you can continue with the other exercises on your workbook. Please solve all of them and try to apply these rules.